Hey, how's it going, everybody? BurntBrian here, and I just want to do a quick video showing off some of the things that I've done with my small home arcade and some of the things that I plan to do in the future. I've got a whole lot of ideas, and it's just kind of the lack of money, really, to bring some of that into fruition, because building a game room is incredibly expensive. But let's go over some of the stuff that I've done so far, and then afterwards I'll talk about some of the things that I plan to do here in the near future. So for me, the whole journey began with this guy right here. I ended up getting the At Games Legends pinball machine. Really didn't like the back box that came with it. It looked very small and childish, so I ended up going to Buy Stuff Arcades. They're out of Canada, and got this amazing back box that's kind of in the same style as a Stern pinball machine. You've got your 4 speakers up in the front. You've got an amplifier there, as well as an amplifier inside with solenoids on the sides for the flippers. And so with the bass shakers and the solenoids, it kind of gives a little bit more of a realism to the gameplay. I think I have about 148 tables so far loaded on here. Also got the topper screen up here. It's a 29-inch screen, I believe, and I've got this adjustable stand recently and was able to drop it all the way down, and I'm probably going to work to build some sort of little custom frame that goes around that, and there's still a lot of artwork that needs to go up on the walls. But this thing has been a really fun project, and I do more than likely in the future intend to build another custom machine all the way, more of a full size. So the playfield on this one is a little bit smaller. If you were to build your own custom machine, then there's a lot more you can do with a slightly larger screen being just a bit more like a real pinball machine, if you will. Then I also got, just for fun, somebody had the Arcade 1-Up Pac-Man Classic Edition, the 40th Anniversary Edition. It's got a couple different versions of Pac-Man as well as Galaga on it, and all the kids that come over, some of the really younger kids, friends of ours, they'll bring their younger kids over, and this one's just something really easy for them to be able to pick up and play without too much difficulty. I threw a 4K television up there, and I've been finding some really great 4K background videos to just stream while you're gaming, having fun. It's nice to have a kind of display up there. Of course, if it's a game day, you could have a game playing up there, as well as on the 65, 70-inch TV over there. Actually 75-inch. But anyway, this one's a work in progress. I've got to move my speakers around here a little bit. I'm buying a custom marquee to put up here so that you'll have like a light up display. This is the At Games Legends Ultimate. I think I ended up paying $300 for it off of Marketplace, and so far I haven't done a whole lot. I did add an Optiplex mini PC down there, and I've got an external hard drive. It's got Batocera running, so it's got just about any of the games that you would want to play for all of the different systems, everything that I grew up playing with. It is a little bit of a kind of a janky drive, just meaning that some of the games aren't set up right, some of the emulators aren't set up right, but that's going to happen with any of these drives, and there's just some tweaking that needs to take place with it. But this has been a whole lot of fun for people that come over. Again, the kids, we can throw them on a 2-player, and there's so many different games from Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, just everything to play on this. There's thousands of games, and it's a whole lot of fun. This is an area that's in progress. I'm working on it. I've got a 55-inch screen here. This is a really kind of a poor quality shooter hard drive I ended up buying on eBay, so there's a lot of duplicate games there, which really isn't necessary. And I watched a video from Retro Lizards Arcades and saw where he talked about these bloated drives that just have a bunch of duplicate games and have a bunch of games that aren't they're not actually true light gun games, and I've noticed that with this drive here. So I just recently purchased one of his shooter drives, and also got the Clone Hero drive that he has. So it's got all the Guitar Hero games that are out there. It's got 5,000 songs or so that have been custom made in the Clone Hero, and then of course they run off of these Wii Les Paul guitars. I've got one of the RAFnet connections in here where you're able to just plug a USB cord into this and feed it directly to your computer. I've got another guitar that's going to be filling in that spot so we could do 2-player stuff. I went and bought this LG soundbar here, and I've got a speaker run over to the left-hand side, the bass speaker anyway. And so when you're playing a shooter game or you're rocking out on the guitar, it's really nice and loud, music blaring at you. Gonna run all sorts of different LED lights around probably the, all the different areas in the game room. I kind of want everything going around the corners and the roof, going around some of these things. This is just a custom box that I made because I didn't like how all of the wires and stuff were exposed down here. So I got some magnets. I've got some more that are coming tomorrow because I need just a little bit more magnetic power. The whole idea of this was to hide the box so that if the dog's running down the hallway or just wagging his tail and being crazy, he's not going to knock over anything or pull any cords out. And again, it's probably hard to see, but I've got the giant magnets in there, 120 pound, pressure or pull. So I think if I add another 4 to 6 more, it's going to be a nice tight thing, and I don't have to worry about it falling over, anybody knocking it over, anything like that. But this is cool. This is going to be the shooter and the Clone Hero, Guitar Hero setup. I've got 2 of the Sinden light guns here. I actually haven't played with any of the other light guns, but I liked the idea of not having to have this IR sensor on your TV and whatnot. Somewhere where I could just again, just have the white border like you see around the screen right there. But yeah, all in all, there's a good bit of progress that's been made. Still planning to obviously keep adding tables to this machine and possibly make another one that's going to be more full-sized. Hopefully, I've got in the works a real pinball machine that might be coming in the near future. There's a couple possibilities. Could be Nightmare on Elm Street. Could be Judge Dredd. I think Nightmare was Gottlieb. I can't remember, and I don't know if Judge Dredd was Data East. I'm not entirely sure, but I might have some real pinball machines here to fill in this spot. The only other thing that I would like to do in this room, and if I keep adding pinball and other things, there will be room, but maybe off to this side here, I'd like to get the Fast and the Furious arcade 1-up console that they have, and then Buy Stuff Arcades has an incredible conversion kit where you can take it from being a stand-up machine like it currently is, and you can drop it down so that it's actually a seated machine. And you can also buy their racing kit that they have, and it's got just tons and tons of all kinds of different racing games, all your classics, the things that you would play in the arcades, as well as Mario Kart and several other fun things like that. But anyway, that's kind of going to be the complete finale for this little game room areas once I have some more signs up and get the racing things so that I've got racing console. I've got a machine that plays every kind of game you could possibly imagine, from arcades and all the earlier consoles to having a shooter set up with all the classic shooting games and some of the newer ones, and all the Guitar Hero stuff. It's really coming together. I've been real happy about all of this. We've built a nice little bar area here with a couple stools for people to hang out and relax. And all in all, we've done a lot. We've got a kegerator over there to the side and fresh beer on tap. Anyway, it's been quite a journey so far. I've spent a lot of money into building all of this, and it's just been a whole lot of fun. And I've got some good friends like Preston Dollinger, who has Lord Chaos YouTube channel. He's an awesome guy, and he's been helping me with a lot of the pinball stuff. This is an arcade that my dad would have loved to see, and that's kind of what I wanted to do, was build something that I knew he would have just had an absolute blast hanging out and playing with. And I think we've reached that, which is awesome. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. There'll be more stuff coming. I'm probably going to start doing some shorts from time to time. That seems to be the big rage nowadays, is all the shorts. So it'll probably be showing off some of the new tables that I'm downloading and talking about some of the virtual pinball stuff that's really popular at the moment, because it's really a growing thing right now. I got in at the perfect time into this hobby where there's just so many smart people that are making it easy for us to be able to enjoy, pinball machines, and having hundreds of pinball tables at your disposal versus, when you own a real machine, it's a lot of upkeep, and it's just one game. And at least with these virtual pin caps, it's not exactly the same, but with all the modifications you can do with the sound effects and the different bass shakers and the exciters, you really can make it a very realistic experience. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, And of course, always love hearing from everybody out there. And stay tuned for some more content here in the near future. As always, stay toasty, my friends.